Hello Year 9, welcome to Gwers 12, Lesson 12 from this learning plan. In today's lesson, most pupils will be able to read a text and identify the Welsh sentences within the text, construct a range of questions using a spire diagram to help you, write an extended WhatsApp conversation between two friends about extreme sports, do not use Google Translate, and using only the structures we have learnt in class and revise this half term. And hopefully you'll be able to use connectives, idioms and extended reasons to make your conversation better. Task 1. What I would like you to do, you've got this on the worksheet that we've uploaded to Teams as well, please, is read these two speech bubbles. The first one on the left is by Katrin and the second one is by Dale. And they're telling you about things they like to do in their spare time. Then underneath that you have got 5 sentences in English. So the first one says, I play girls rugby for the school. So I'd like you to look back at those speech bubbles and see if you can find the sentence, I play girls rugby for the school. If you think about it, it's only going to be in the first one because Katrin is the only girl speaking there. So if you go to Katrin's speech bubble and then see if you can find that sentence in Welsh. Rugby might be your clue word there. So I'd look, skim and scan and look for the word rugby within that text. Then you can either type it below on the lines on the worksheet, write it on paper or highlight it on the worksheet I've attached and then hand it back in. Then you go to the second one. I like to go surfing in Rhosniger. So what I would do there, I'd quickly skim and scan, it could be either of them, and I'd look for Rhosniger. If I could see Rhosniger, then I know I found the sentence. It's very cool. Again, skim and scan, cool, you should know, it's a cognate. It sounds similar in Welsh and in English. So go, skim and scan, have a look. Can you see that word cool? This summer, I'm going mountain boarding. Do you remember the word for mountain? If you do, have a look through that and see if you can find it and either highlight it, write it down or type it out. It will be awesome is the last one. If you know what the word for awesome is, or you know the word for it will be, hopefully you'll be able to find that one. Okay, that's only a quick task, it's going to take you a couple of minutes. Da iawn, diolch fawr, and then move on. Task 2. What I'd like you to do now is look at the diagram on the next slide. You can construct a huge number of questions from this next slide by taking a word from the selection on the left, always using the words in the bubble which say 18, and then adding a word from the yellow and blue boxes. So let's take a look. So there you've got to use 18. That's the word I want you to use every time. Now let's have a look at the words on the left. Blair. So you could have Blair 18. Where do you? You could have Pam 18. Why do you? So already we've got 2 questions there, simple questions. Pryd 18. When do you? Beth 18. What do you? Efo pwy or gyda pwy 18. With who do you? Pa mor amal. How often do you? Am faint o'r gloch. What time do you? Now we're going to get another load of words now on the right and you can build up these to make some longer questions. So the first one is chwarae. So there you've got Blair on the left, 18 in the middle and then chwarae. So you could say Blair 18 chwarae. Where do you play? You could ask Pam 18 chwarae. Why do you play? And so on. You could then add another word. You could say Blair 18 chwarae tennis. You could say Beth 18 chwarae. Wouldn't work with a blue word there. You could say Pryd 18 chwarae pêl-droed. So when do you play football? Do you see how you're building up? So you're taking one word from the left, always use that 18 in the middle, then take a word from the yellow box and add a word from the blue box and you've got a longer question. You could have some opinions now. So you could say, what do you like? How do you say, what do you like? You think? Beth 18 hoffi. Or enjoy. Beth 18 mwynhau. And then you could ask also, pryd. When 18 hoffi chwarae tennis? Pryd wyt ti'n hoffi chwarae tennis? When do you like playing tennis? So there's lots and lots of different questions that you can start building up here. There's some other sports for you. Canoeio, llafanrolio, sglefrfyddio. So canoeing, rollerblading and skateboarding. Okay, you could also ask now, what do you wear perhaps? Beth wyt ti'n gwisgo or defnyddio? What do you wear or use to play tennis? To surf, to ski. What? Beth wyt ti'n gwisgo I sgïo? What do you wear to ski? What do you do? You could say. At the high ropes, for example. Beth wyt ti'n gwneud? Raffau uchel. Pa mor aml, how often do you go to the high ropes? Pa mor aml wyt ti'n gwneud raffau uchel? And the last one, spend, gwario. How much you spend a month, a mis, or yr wythnos, a week. So you could say, Beth wyt ti'n gwario a mis? What do you spend a month? Beth wyt ti'n gwario yr wythnos? So there's so many questions there. I wouldn't like to count up how many you can build up, but lots and lots of questions. So the first thing I would like you to do is build up some questions of your own. Try and think of at least 5 and either write them down on paper or type them out on the worksheet where I've left some space for you to do that. So at least 5. So here are some examples that I've built to help you. So the first one, you could say, efo pwy wyt ti'n sglefrfyddio? So if you go back to the diagram, I'm sure you could translate that one if you don't know it. So that one means, with who do you skateboard? Ble wyt ti'n hoffi sgïo? Where do you like skiing? Pryd wyt ti'n hoffi surfio? So they're just some simple sentences that I built up using that spider diagram. Hopefully you'll be able to think of 5 questions of your own. Task 3. This is your final task for today. Hopefully this won't take you too long. It's a writing task. And what I would like you to do is the instructions are there in Welsh first and then in English. So it says, ysgrifennwch sgwrs WhatsApp. Write a WhatsApp conversation rhwng ti a ffrind, between you and a friend, and siarad am chwaraeon eithafol. Talking about extreme sports. Defnyddiwch y cwestiynau ar sleid 7, taflen geirfa a strwythau ar y slide 10 i'ch helpu. So use the questions on slide 10, the vocab sheet you had at the start of this topic, and the structures on slide 10 to help you. So a conversation between you and a friend. You can set it out like a WhatsApp conversation as well, because if you were in class, I'd give you a blank worksheet with little speech bubbles on it, just like a WhatsApp conversation. So if it's easier for you to do this on paper, then that's fine, and then send a photo to your teacher. So here's some help for you. So the first thing there in that blue box on the left at the top, you've got some conversation starters. Hiya, it's wyt ti. Wyt ti'n hoffi chwaraeon eithafol? So that's how you could start. I've got some structures there in the green box in the middle. So SE, E, I went to. Eithon ni, we went. Chwaraeais I. Chwaraeon ni, we played, and so on. Try and use at least 5 of these from this box. Then you've got some connectives there on the left. Remember, these always make your writing better. Here are just a few examples, but I've given you lots on the last few lessons when I copied and pasted those structures onto one of your worksheets. And then idioms, and I've just given you one example there. Heb os nag oni bai. These always get you a higher level if you use those in your writing. Then you've got some questions that you can ask. We've already built some of these up, haven't we, in the last task, so you could use those to help you, or just use some of these. Beth wyt ti'n gwneud fel arfer? What do you usually do? Beth hoffet ti wneud? So that's a future tense, isn't it? What would you like to do? Beth wyt ti'n gwneud dros y penwythnos? What do you do over the weekend? Beth wnes ti penwythnos diwetha? So a past tense one there. Remember to always vary your tenses as well. Reasons and opinions. Mae'n gas gen I something achos mae'n. I hate it because it's. Then you've got some reasons underneath then. Mae'n rhy peryglus. Mae'n ofnadwy. Mae'n sialens. And again, I think it was in lesson 2 or 3, I gave you lots of extended reasons there, which is what you need to be using now in year 9. And then last of all, you've got some ways to end the conversation. Hwyl fawr, rhaid I mi fynd. Bye, I've got to go. So please try your best with this. Don't just do a simple four speech bubble conversation, 2 questions from one person and 2 answers from your friend. Try and make it a good lengthy conversation, getting in your past tense, your present tense, your future tense, a range of reasons and opinions, connectives, idioms, and try and vary all those different structures and questions. Okay, I look forward to seeing your work and good luck, and then I'll see you after half term. Diolch yn fawr.